This is what comes with your Fairy Floss machine by JJ's. You got a USA style Fairy Floss machine, the best in the industry here in Australia. You also get the bubble that goes on top. That stops you getting all your Fairy Floss everywhere. Very important if you're going to do any council jobs, jobs for any government areas or schools, because that helps with your food safety preparation. Any questions or any further information, www.fairyflossmachines.com.au. We're the manufacturer, we're the supplier, we're the distributor in Australia, so you can't get any closer to the actual factory. So let's see what we got inside here. The brochure, so any consumables you need in the future, anything in the amusement industry we are doing. So the brochure's there, catalogue written by me, so it's in English, the spare part tool, and a good... The bubble comes separately in a second box. This is the bowl that goes on top. So everything's packaged well, should arrive to you safe and sound. We've got a consumable pack inside it. So I'm giving you 400 sticks and also enough flossine to do 400 serves of Fairy Floss included for free. You do the maths on that. If you sold it at $3 each, then it's $1,200. That's included in the box that you're going to make on your first or second outing. If you sell it for $4, then you're looking at $1,600 worth of included supplies. This is what we call the whirl grip netting. It goes around the inside of the bowl. We'll fit it later, and that allows you to pull the Fairy Floss off a little bit easier than in the old days. Same thing again, in all the high-end $2,000, $3,000 machines, that's included, and we've got it with ours as well. Go down the box, take away all the foam, protection there, we ship all over Australia. So welcome to your new high output 1500 watt machine, meaning you can make a stick of floss in 20 seconds, or you can dial it down and follow the LCD panel and you get it down to one stick every minute and a half if you had a slow run. What also in the box is a spoon, so a scoop to scoop your sugar in. This holds 400 grams of sugar. Don't be mistaken by the smaller pink Chinese machines that only hold 20 grams. This holds 400, meaning you don't have to refill. Comes with an appliance cable to make it Australian standard. The bubble fits on top. It's a good sized bubble. We're going to line up the brackets with the clips on the side. Make sure you connect it on. You can't run it without connecting it, because it does move and vibrate. You don't want it hitting the center head. You need 7 amps of power to run this machine. So if you're going to do fete festivals and the like, schools where you're in joint power with other people, you just got to be very careful to make sure that you've got 7 amp. A couple of fail-safes built into the machine that if you didn't get 7 amp, so a fuse would blow or something similar. But you just got to remember, you can be at a fete or festival and you could be turning your machine on, you could be running for 2 hours, and somebody could say plug an urn in on the same power wattage somewhere else, and all of a sudden you know, you've lost your 7 amp. So that's with all amusements. Welcome to the industry. That's what happens to us all the time. Generally though, you're pretty good if you're at a decent market setup or fete. So the bowl on this version is 630 mil. So big bowl. On the smaller versions of these machines, the cheap, as I said, I keep referring back to the cheap Chinese ones. Here's an example of a pink machine that you might see floating around the traps. You only fit 20 grams, 25 grams in here. The sugar goes in, comes back out. Very low volume, whilst it still may be a little commercial. If you're only going to make 30 sticks an hour, or 200 in a day, why do you want to waste your money on that when this is relatively the same price these days for a high output USA style, like a gold medal, like a Paragon, like a high-end USA machine, all built into under $1,000. So the display there is pretty great. It tells you everything that you need to know. The first, if you follow the instructions, my instruction rules are here as well to make sure that you do it the right way, and you can follow that through. We're going to turn the motor on first. So this is straight out of the box. I actually haven't even tested, but obviously we've tested them in our factory. Straight out of the box, you've got the motor on. You've got to have the motor on before you give it some heat. I've got it dialed down to low. I'm going to put some heat on now. And you can see the LCD display. We've gone from 74 watts there, and now we're heating up. I'm going to turn it up high. So you can see we're up to 1474, 1500 watts, biggest in the industry. Dial it right back if it wasn't a busy day, and you're just doing, say, one customer, everyone's taking their time, 75 watts. So that's how we can get a stick of floss in 20 seconds. The heat's on, ready to go. So that display tells you how many volts we're pulling at the moment, what current we got in here. As I said, 7 amp normally, and you can see I'm running at 6.6 right now. So it's a great little display that's usually for machines that are in the $3,000 to $4,000 mark. We've got it on our machine, which, as I said, is under $1,000 generally. I think we turn the heat off. Heat off first, then we're going to turn the motor off. We're going to bring it all the way down to nothing. 400 grams of sugar. It's about a cup of sugar. You'll make 10 to 12 sticks of fairy floss from that at a market or store without having to worry about it. The machine has elements around the curve there rather than sitting in the bottom, so the sugar is not going to molten up and turn into a toffee like other machines do. So I'm going to pour some in there. You know, because it's such a big head, the reason why we make a big head, because we've been in amusement since 1997. So we've been around a long time. We hire these machines out for about $445 for 4 hours or 400 serves. We're now selling them at under $1,000. So it's much easier if you're going to go into business, whether you're a sporting club, vacation care, church, function, events company, party hire store, you're in the trade, you've got a circus, you're running fetes, you're vacation care, you're a school that just does 3 or 4 events a year. This is what's going to do it for you now. Turn the motor back on first. Don't forget, we're not putting heat on yet. Got to get the motor spinning to get us going. We've got 2 types of fairy floss sticks. I provide you free of charge the standard 250mm bamboo stick. I carry 1 million sticks in stock, never have to worry, come and contact me. I've got the big bangers, 45 centimeters long, for people who want to make a bit of difference in their event where they're doing big serves of fairy floss. I've been at events where people are charging $5 to $8 for floss, but you're making 2 or 3 times with a big stick. Depends what your edge is there. So we're just going to spin some floss here. So I'm going to grab it up. I didn't put the whirl grip on, not recorded, but you can see it's less than 20 seconds there once I turned it on to get the floss stick going. If I had the whirl grip on it, it'd be a bit more of a mat, but this is pretty much how we did it since 1997, 20 years of doing fairy floss, and there you go. Give me $4, child. That's how easy it is. 20 seconds. You can't beat it anywhere in the industry, and I do suggest that if you're going to get a fairy floss machine, don't buy a $2,500 machine when you don't need to. Don't buy a cheap machine for $300 to $500 for a pink one that's going to make you 1 serve. I can keep going with that now. I would never turn it off. If I had a line right now and the line was 3 hours, I would not once turn that machine off, and I would cup fill. I'd probably do away with a scoop, trying to get a little bit quicker. I'd cup fill in that as it was running to keep up with people. And I say this tip for anyone. As I said, 1997, we've been doing amusements and fun foods all over Australia. If you've got a line of people and they're willing to pay you $3 or $4 and you're making them wait 15 minutes because you're using a cheap machine or a machine that's not doing it, you're losing money. Because any guy with their child, any person far away looking at your line, they're not saying, come on, little young one, let's go get a fairy floss, because they don't want to line up for half an hour. So don't waste your time. For under $1,000 for 20 seconds a serve, you can't beat it. As I said, fairyflossmachines.com.au, or buy it wherever you see it right now. Thank you.